Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. Thanks for checking it out. In this episode, we're going to review the new movie, The Menu, starring Ralph Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy. We're going to break this movie down. No spoilers. We'll not be talking about any spoilers for this movie. And then give this thing an overall score. But I can tell you this. Boy, did this movie make me hungry. Especially for a nice, juicy cheeseburger. We'll get into that next.
Real Frank.
All right, let's get right into it. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you, audience. What a great audience. Thank you so much. So The Menu, let's get started. The movie starts out about this elite, sophisticated restaurant that is on an island. It's the only thing on this island is this restaurant. So you have to take a boat. So these two characters that you're introduced to are waiting for the boat to go to the island. So we have a variety of characters on this trip to the island. This restaurant is very elite. It costs $1,200 a person to go to this specific island with this very famous, renowned chef, and so there's a few seats there. So it's a very elite, and the only way there is by boat. So we're introduced to several different group of characters, which makes this movie so fantastic. It's kind of a making fun of our era of all these foodies, these food elitists. And there's going to be several groups we'll talk about. Again, I'm not talking about spoilers, so I'm not going to give anything away. So we're introduced to this first group here. The first group actually was this couple here, but I'll get into them in a second. But this group here is a bunch of stockbrokers. They're big, one of those stockbrokers type trading guys, that have a lot of money, made a lot of money in the market, and they're going there to eat just because they can. They have no real appreciation for food. They're just going there just because it's the thing to do, right? And they just want to be big shots to say, oh yeah, we ate at this so-and-so restaurant. That's why they're going. So that's how we're introduced to these three guys as the movie goes on. Then we're introduced to these two people. The woman is a famous, renowned food critic that supposedly has a lot of power in the industry when reviewing restaurants, and behind her is like her little lackey. One of those, yes, no kind of guy. Yes, whatever you say. Oh, you're so right. Those type of people. So she's been invited to by the chef. And then we have the washed up movie star played by John Leguizamo. And he plays a great character. I read after the fact he made his character based on Steven Seagal. That's how he based his character. It's supposed to be like a washed up movie star. That's his character's name, movie star. They really don't give him a name, but he's trying to make it so he's making it seem like he's friends with the chef, but he doesn't know the chef, and he's trying to get famous, or he's trying to get back on track with his career. So he's going here to hopefully he can tell people he ate there too to become a big shot again. And then these are our two main characters. This is Tyler and Margot. Now, Tyler was supposed to originally go with another person on this dinner extravaganza, but unfortunately she dumped him. So he's going with this new friend. And we don't really know too much about this friend yet until you go through more into the movie. But he's got this new friend, just calls her like the super cool chick. So once they get on the boat, they get a little sample. I think these were some sort of fancy oysters, fresh oysters. And in the beginning, Margot was smoking a cigarette, and Tyler was all pissed at her because he's like, you're going to ruin your palate. You're going to ruin your palate. You're not going to be able to taste all those fresh ingredients. You shouldn't really smoke. Because he's just like this connoisseur, one of those people. And you see here, he's that person, that guy that takes a picture of his food. Takes one of those people, those Instagram people you see, or you're out at the restaurant and they're always taking a picture of everything, their food, want the world to see what they're eating. Fucking clowns. I hate those people. Oh, look at My Burger King Whopper. Made to order. But that's who this kind of guy is, Tyler. But he knows food. He understands food. He's got some sort of culinary background. I don't want to give too much away about him, but you're going to love it. So here's the island. It's like Fantasy Island there, right? Magical place. Yeah. Look at all that. Magical place. Oh, yeah. Boy, is it magical. You're going to find out when you see this movie. Some stuff happens there. And here's the restaurant. This is the entrance to the restaurant. They arrive at the restaurant. And we're in for some treats here. And Margot happens to look back as the door closed. So you know something's gonna go down. You can feel it. She turned and saw the door close. So you know it's going down. And there's Chef. There is Chef, the famous chef they all came to see. And every time he brings out a new course, he claps his hands. And then he'll give like a brief summary or story about the dish he's about to present to the people. And there's a story associated with the dish. And then the people prepping back in the kitchen will all come out and serve the food. And this is him explaining one of the dishes that are about ready to come out, the little story. And you can see it's very small. So like I said, there was let me explain something. We had the washed out movie star. We had those stockbroker boys. And then over to the right over here is an older couple that are just rich people and that could afford to go out here. And I guess they come here all the time. They're that couple because they're rich. They don't care about money. They come here just because it's expensive and they just like to tell people they eat there all the time. So they come there all the time. And you can see in the center here is the food critic person. And then John Leguizamo's got his like movie assistant with him to, his little fluffer, we'll call it. Little fluffer. So they bring out the first course. It looks amazing. Makes you so damn hungry. I forget what this was. It looks like an egg or something, but it's not. Something more fancy, but so precise in the way they shoot it. With the movement, the cooking was really done well. I mean, this story overall is really good. I really enjoyed the story. I really did. And then you notice the chef is staring at Tyler, Margot's table. And he's very distracted. And Tyler thinks he's staring at him, but we find out later he's really staring at Margot. Because when he originally was invited to this restaurant, or was going to go to the restaurant, he had another lady that was supposed to go with them. And her name was still in the reservation. So when they sat her at the table with the original guest, I forget her name, that was supposed to go with Tyler, but he got dumped. And he brought Margot instead. And that is kind of made the chef disturbed by it. So then he speaks to Margot, getting more details about her, wants to know more about her to decide what kind of person she is. And you're like, why the hell does the chef care what kind of person he is? Woo! You're going to find out. I'm not telling you, though. I'm not going to tell you, but we're going to find out when you watch the movie. And as you can see here, the staff brings out the next course. This is how they bring it out. And then there's a wine guy that gives specific wines and gives a brief overview of the wine. Every course has a wine. And the goal of the chef is to everyone, when he calibrated this menu, to be sufficiently full perfectly. Like not overstuffed, but full. So in his immediate calculation, he's very detailed about his menu. Our second red flag that something is unique here is there was taco night was a theme for this particular course, and there were some handmade tortillas with some special images on them. Let's take a look here. Oh, that looks like Tyler on there taking a picture. Little splack story. The chef did not want anyone to take photos of the food. He wanted them not to eat the meal. He wanted them to enjoy the meal. Like, consume it, feel it, enjoy, because he put a lot of thought and effort, not just to plow through and eat it. Enjoy it, and please don't take pictures, because then you can't fully enjoy the meal if you're taking pictures rather than enjoying the flavors and stuff. So he got caught taking pictures. So there's tortilla shells of him taking pictures when he shouldn't have been pictures. Uh-oh. No! Some things are gonna happen. And then the stockbroker boys, their tortillas has some trades on there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! It's getting a little crazy in there. They have him go outside, but I won't get into this too much because it might give a little too much away. But here's another course. He's putting scissors in the meat, and it's like strangulation. He's got a very unique story on this part of it. This was part of the Taco Tuesday theme there. And there's the food critic. Now, the irony of this is this person is the food critic with her lackey, but she's smoking. And in the beginning of the movie, he's telling Margot not to smoke Tyler because it's going to ruin your palate. And she's smoking throughout the movies, which is ironic because she's supposed to be this famous food critic. I think it's a little fun here. But the story is great because it constantly is making fun of all these groups of people, these foodie people that think they're foodies, right? We know those people, don't we? I ate here, so I'm super cool. Or they take a picture of their food, post it on Facebook, Instagram. Oh, it looks wonderful, right? Look at me, look at me. Give me a bunch of likes, likes. So this movie kind of makes fun of that, which is fantastic. And the chef, Ray Fiennes, playing this character, does a fantastic job. He's brilliant playing this role. And then there's a scene where they bring out a birthday cake like a true chef. But as you see there, I don't know if you noticed, there's a little something there to give you a hint what's going on here at this restaurant. Looks like a little stain there on the chef's jacket. But his friends, the stockbrokers, made this little bet. You know that little gag where they tell you, your friends tell the staff, it's my buddy's birthday, and then they bring a cake out when it's really not your birthday. So that's kind of the thing that happened there. But this movie was done really well. I was very entertained throughout the movie. The acting was fantastic. And this movie will make you really, really hungry. I was running. Especially, there's a scene where he's making a cheeseburger. And when they make this cheeseburger, oh my God, my stomach was growling. It looked like an amazing cheeseburger. There's juice and there's cheese. I couldn't wait to get out of this movie to eat a cheeseburger. This movie is going to make you Jones for a cheeseburger. Not just a fast food cheeseburger, like a really decent cheeseburger. So be warned. Don't go see this movie hungry, and you may be craving a cheeseburger. So, for my overall score for this movie, let me get my big moment here. Overall, I give this movie a 7.3. I really enjoyed the movie. Thought the writing was great. The story was great. Original, different. And I liked the fact they were making fun of different groups in society and kind of this new way of people not really enjoying food, but more of using food as a status. Highly recommend you see it. I enjoyed it. And I think you should check it out. The acting was fantastic too. And you're really going to want a cheeseburger. So overall, I give this movie a 7.3. Until next time, thanks for watching.